In our last video, we established the basic starting conditions for the parkour player, including changing their game mode and clearing their inventory. We also cued the player to begin the race. Now that the race is underway, we need a way to keep score while the player is in between the start and the end of the course. In order to repeat the process of scoring while the player is running the course, we are going to need a loop. So far, we have learned about repeat loops and while loops. Which of these loops would be the right fit for our parkour game? A repeat loop would not be a good fit here, because with a repeat loop, we need to specify how many times the loop should run. The loop we need is going to keep running until the player reaches the platform at the end. But we don't know how many times that will be because that depends on how good the player is at parkour and how difficult the parkour course is. So in this case, we need to use a while loop. A while loop will run over and over until the player reaches the final platform. Since the agent will be acting as referee, we want the agent to follow the player and always be near their location. We can look in the agent category to see if there's anything that will move the agent to the player. Conveniently, the very first block is agent teleport to player. So let's drag that inside our loop. Second, we need the agent to help keep score. Since a score is usually a number, we need something we can easily count to determine the outcome of the game. One easy way we can do this is to give the player an item in their inventory for each fraction of time they are running the course. The more items they have at the end, the longer it took them to make it to the final platform. Searching for give will lead us to the give block in the mobs category. The default recipient of the item is the nearest player, so we don't need to change the drop-down menu. We should consider that we don't want the player placing blocks and using them as platforms to help them get through the parkour course. A torch works just fine for this, since the player can't actually walk or jump on it. If you're not sure where to find the torch in the list of items, use the search bar to quickly find it. We now have a loop that will keep the agent near the player and give the player torches for as long as they run the course. In our next video, we will create the condition for the while loop so our code knows when the game has ended and when to stop keeping time by giving items to the player.